Hey guys, it's Angelin here. So today I have a really exciting video for you guys. I'm going to try and incorporate Gallium into a phone case. I'm not going to reveal too much about the DIY in the intro since the intro would be super long if I kept talking. But yeah, if you want to know my whole concept and idea, be sure to keep watching. A little disclaimer before we get started, I don't recommend doing this at home because if you haven't already seen videos about what happens when you put Gallium on an iPhone, bad things happen. Like your iPhone basically disintegrates and it's like destroyed. So this video is basically solely for entertainment purposes. I don't recommend doing this at home. But yeah, anyways, enough talking. Now without further ado, let's get started. So jumping right into the DIY, I am first taking a piece of clear vinyl and tracing an outline of my phone case on it. I bought half a yard of this clear vinyl for only about like $4 at Joann's, so it was really affordable. And then after that, I cut out the rectangle and trimmed down the sides a little bit to make sure that it fits perfectly on the back of my phone case. And then I traced that rectangle onto my vinyl again and cut it out for a total of 2 rectangles. I also cut a small corner from the rectangles to make room for my phone's camera, and then I am taking some parchment paper and placing it over one of my rectangles and tracing it out, except I'm leaving like a 1/4 inch margin on the inside this time. So that way the rectangular piece that I'm cutting out now is just a tiny bit smaller than my original rectangular piece. So it is now time to create the vinyl pocket, and I am first sandwiching the parchment paper between my 2 pieces of vinyl, making sure that the parchment paper is centered in between them. Then I am wrapping a piece of parchment paper on the very outside and taking my flat iron and running it over the vinyl pieces to melt the outsides together. The inside piece of parchment paper is meant to protect the inside from melting together, so that way we are only sealing the outside rim. And I am making sure not to melt the top part together because that needs to be left open so we can take out the parchment paper, as you can see now. And now I am taking out my Gallium that I ordered online, and it was like super hard to get the lid open. I struggled so hard. But once I did finally get the tube open, I put it in a glass of hot water to change it from solid to liquid Gallium, and what you saw was Jane the Virgin playing on my phone. And then I am pouring it out onto a little triangular plate just to make it a little easier to pour it into my phone case, or not my phone case, my little vinyl pocket. And this is kind of where the DIY started going downhill. I played with the Gallium inside of the vinyl pocket, and it was liquid and it did move around and stuff, so it was kind of fun to play with, but it cooled down really fast because it was spread out really thin, so I thought I should add more in because I was like, maybe I just don't have enough. It did help a little bit, but it was still cooled down and solid, so there wasn't really anything I could do about it, so I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just go ahead and seal the top. So I went ahead and did that, and then I Gorilla Glued it to my phone case. But before I started applying it, I noticed that the Gallium was like dripping out of the bottom, like it broke the seal or something, and it leaked out of the bottom of the vinyl pocket, and I spilled it on my carpet. Like, total nightmare. But I was like, okay. So then I was just messing around and just squeezed like all the excess onto my phone case and played around with it on there because I hadn't actually played with Gallium before until now. So here's me just messing around, moving it on my phone case. And then after that, I poured it back into the triangular plate and went ahead with gluing the vinyl pocket onto my phone case. So at this point, you may have noticed that I am putting my Gorilla Glue on the wrong side of my vinyl pocket. And yeah, that is just like another thing that went wrong for me during this DIY, but I decided to glue it onto my phone case anyways because I figured I wouldn't be using this on my actual phone since the Gallium was leaking out of the bottom. And after I glued that on, I decided to try playing with it again, but the Gallium had solidified, so I stuck it in a bowl of warm water to liquefy it again. I almost said melt, but is it melting? Maybe it is melting. It is melting. To melt the Gallium again. And after that, I tried playing with it in the phone case again, and it worked. So here is my final product. My overall thoughts, I think this is like a major fail because you can't even use this case on your phone since the gallium leaked out of the bottom. I don't really know if that was like my fault for not melting the sides together well enough, or if the gallium just like doesn't like to be contained by the plastic and it like tore the plastic edges apart. I don't know. Yeah, I think this was a fail. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it though. And now onto the outro where I'm acting like everything is fine because I filmed it before I filmed the DIY. So that is it for today's video overall. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button for me. Also, if you haven't already and would like to see more of my videos, be sure to subscribe. The button is down below. And you can also go to my channel's main page and hit the little bell icon to receive notifications for every time I upload a new video. And lastly, all my social media sites are in the description box down below. Like always, I am most active on Instagram, so be sure to follow me on there. And yeah, once again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!